So every time that I think that there's no way Twitch will get worse, it does. And guys, everything that I'm about to show you isn't my opinion. These are provable facts, even admissions by the CEO himself. Now, in case you don't know why I don't like this platform so much, and while I stream on it every single day, as well as I stream on YouTube and Kick, is due to the fact that I've had a very iffy past with Twitch. Now, when I was a part of OTK, a man by the name of Rich Campbell says that you will never be banned on Twitch. And I was like, why is that? He's like, I'm not going to say why, but trust me, you can do whatever you want and you'll never get banned. And I said, oh, okay. All right, great. Anyways, that guy got fucked over tremendously. I got no idea what's going on with that guy. Last time I heard, he didn't do the shit he was accused of, but I got no fucking idea, and the guy won't respond to my messages, but Rich, feel free to DM me if you ever want. I don't know what's going on with that shit, although I do know he's probably chilling in a fucking castle, banging a porn star, going to Disney World every day, so who knows? But I've been banned on this platform more times than I'd like to admit, and I will say I've only been banned from Twitch. Wait, out of curiosity, has anybody a part of OTK been banned while a part of OTK? No, Extra Emily did. Extra Emily did. Okay. I'm so confused because when I was in OTK, I was doing the same shit, but my ass never got banned. Yeah, Asmund got banned too, but I don't know why. He was so confident. And for 3 years, I never got banned doing the most debaucherous shit. But anyways, I'm getting fucking sidetracked. My conspiracy theory hat is going off like crazy right now because I don't know why the fuck I'm getting banned so fucking much. Anyways, I call a fat bitch fat. I call an OnlyFans girl a whore. And in total, I get banned for around 4 fucking weeks. I tell a viewer to kill himself. That one I deserved. I deserved that one. I deserve to get banned for that one. But anyways, call a fat bitch fat. I call an OnlyFans girl a whore after they call me a rapist, by the way. They didn't get banned. I did. So that's been very fun. But I hate this fucking platform. And the reason why that is because they don't properly enforce their TOS. And when you don't do that, it leads to a lot of agenda pushing. And that's not good to have on any platform. So there's a new issue that we're finally addressing. Let me rephrase that. It's an old issue that we're now finally paying attention to by the word of viewbots. Now, viewbots is something that I myself am very familiar with due to an old channel by the name of Fextra Life. Now, a couple of years ago, I'm not sure if you guys remember on Steak and Eggs, but Asmund Gold and I were attempting to take down, and I think we successfully did, a channel by the name of Fextra Life who would go live in every category with 50, 60,000 viewers that were not legitimate real viewers, which was the big first view embedding scandal that was ever really taken down. Well, now, and I'm just going to be completely real with you guys, 3 years after that, everybody is viewbotting. I mean this genuinely. When Twitch rolls out what they're going to roll out, I would be shocked if 95% of streamers do not drop by 30 to 60% of their concurrent viewership. And the reason why that is because everybody knows there is no punishment for viewbotting. Everybody knows that if you're a female streamer, your chat's going to viewbot you. If you're a part of the gotcha space, the companies that support you are going to viewbot you, as well as other advertisers like Progressive who would bot their streamers 25,000 to 30,000 viewers whenever anybody would do a Progressive ad. That way more people would be driven to that channel. Not just one channel, 3, 4 channels at the same time. Viewbotting has always been a huge issue, but here's the crazy thing. You know what's been the biggest issue? People who didn't viewbot. And the reason why that is because if you didn't viewbot, I'll be real, you just weren't going to make it. In the top 500 of Twitch, everybody is fucking viewbotting. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. These numbers are fraudulent as fuck. They are. And if you weren't chosen by Hoyoverse, you were fucked. They are still, by the way, 3 months ago, I got another confirmation that they are still botting in the Genshin category and the Honkai Star Rail category. Can you guys imagine who that is? Man, I have no idea. They're not doing it to Zenless Zone Zero. I don't know why. But yes, they are, in fact, still botting some Honkai Star Rail streamers and some Genshin Impact streamers. Can you guess who those are? I wonder, man. I wonder. It's a fucking mystery. Nobody knows. But here's what's crazy. Dan Clancy finally decided to talk about viewbotting, and what he says is harrowing. Now let's talk about this. We've seen a couple of comments about how our systems detect inauthentic views that aren't accurate. So I want to clarify a few things. As I said in my original post, it is important to understand that the technology that we use to detect invalid traffic for ads is separate from what we use for computing ACCV. Viewbots are just one form of invalid traffic. Advertisers are not charged for invalid impressions, and creators do not get paid out for any of these impressions. Now, you may ask, why are there two systems? The reason is that it is harder to detect viewbots in real time. There are a number of different signals that we can use after the fact to detect invalid traffic for advertising that are harder to use for real-time detection. As we filter out bots in real time, we need to make sure we're not filtering out real viewers. This is the important part. In fact, the viewbot detection tools we just rolled out went through a lot of edits. In an earlier version, as we dug deeper, we found that the tool was being overly aggressive and not counting valid traffic from various sources. So what this means, guys, what this means is that there actually is potential that they release this anti-viewbot software and it filters out real viewers. So we are currently trusting Twitch with 100% of our hearts. There is actually a very real chance that with this new viewbot detection program that they're going to roll out, that they actually fuck over streamers and filter out real viewers. Now, I want you to let that sink in. This can be absolutely catastrophic. And now let me tell you why this is. When a platform is rolling out something so aggressively to counteract the viewbots, there is so much faith that we have to have in this platform. And to have such a shaky response to saying, well, there's a chance that we filter out real viewers. Well, that's concerning. And the other thing is, if there's a chance they filter out real viewers, that means there's also a chance of them fucking up and not getting rid of fake viewers. And the reason why that is because now the viewbot exodus has the ability to either make people look fraudulent who weren't, and make people look legitimate who weren't. And what do I mean by that? If someone has some type of very high-class, high-brow viewbots that somehow escape the massive viewbot scandal, well, now they're going to be legitimized for no reason. There's a lot of blatant viewbotters. There's going to be a lot of streamers that drop from 10 figures to 4 figures, 4 figures to 3 figures, 3 figures to 2 figures. And this right now is very concerning. I don't know when this is going to be rolled out. I believe it was actually already rolled out 4 days ago, but I think we're going to see a lot of fucky view counts very, very, very soon. Who is going to get fucked over and who isn't, we don't know, but such a unsure response and already saying, yeah, an earlier version that we had a couple of weeks ago was getting rid of real viewers. Well, Dan, I'm going to be real. That's really worrisome because you can fuck over a lot of people for no reason, especially if you're permabanning their viewers. Let's keep going here. 50% of Twitch views are bots, probably? Oh, I absolutely agree. I do. Guys, I absolutely do. As we've said, we are rolling out the update gradually right now so that we can monitor it and make sure there are not any issues or mistakes. The second point I want to make is around enforcement actions. Taking enforcement actions against viewbots is complicated, as it can be difficult to conclusively determine if an individual streamer is responsible for the viewbots on their channel. Now, I do expect that most of the viewbotting that we see on channels is being driven by the channel owner. However, if we were to suspend someone for viewbotting, then the easiest way to attack someone on Twitch and get them suspended would be to send viewbots their way. What we can do with a lot more precision is identify the viewbots themselves. That is what we work hard with to detect and remove from Twitch. Viewbotting is not unique to Twitch, and in fact and by the way, while I do believe that banning people who are viewbotting is 1,000,000% what you should do, the problem is that it is very hard to detect. But the other thing is, if there were channels that were solely being made off of viewbotting, they're going to fall off regardless, and then they'll quit. And that's just the truth. They will. They will just simply quit. Now let's keep going here. Viewbotting is not unique to Twitch. Very true. And in fact, is a problem across all social media. Very true. While historically we've been able to address this problem for advertisers on Twitch, viewbotting was still a challenge for direct sponsorships. We rolled out these updates in part to address the direct sponsorship issues. We're talking openly about the changes we're making because we think it's an important conversation. I have seen some numbers shared on social media about the number of top creators that are viewbotting, and I can tell you those numbers are just flat out wrong. I think that is scary how inaccurate that is. I genuinely do. I think it is legitimately horrifying how big of a lie that is when Dan Clancy, the CEO himself, is saying, yeah, guys, the top streamers definitely aren't viewbotting. Yes, they fucking are. Like, this is such a wholly one brain cell take, it's fucking ridiculous. It is so blatant how many top streamers are viewbotting. Not a couple hundred, not a couple thousand, tens of thousands of viewers. Guys, I even know a streamer who's botting 14,000 right now that I have a feeling isn't going to go live for a while. Yep. I have a feeling they're not going to go live for a while. But we will see. I have a feeling we're going to start to see a lot of creators randomly go on breaks. I have a feeling we're going to see a couple of creators randomly go on breaks, but we will see. We're talking openly about the changes we're making because we think it's important conversation. I have seen some numbers shared on social media about the number of top creators that are viewbotting, and I can tell you that those numbers are just flat out wrong. I don't know when or how they did their study, but the numbers they shared do not reflect what we see on the service. It's very simple, Dan. You just download a fucking application, and it tells you how many legitimate viewers are there or not. Let's talk about the follow-up for Dan Saltman. Here's the part where it gets really, really, really fucking bad. Dan Saltman is calling out the gifted subs algorithm on Twitch, alleged that there's higher priority for bots over real users and followers. So I bet Twitch wanted real users to watch more ads and push bots, aka new users to get gifts versus old accounts. Now I want you to read this because this is so fucking important. For anyone who is interested in some viewbot statistics, logs.ivr.fi is a great resource, no connection. You can grab a single day's worth of chat by using a URL like this, and then see how many gifted subs went to bots. It's a lot, lol. In the logs, search for gifted, then check which users that you identify as bots got a gift sub. I heard Twitch has a gift algorithm, so I bet Twitch wanted real users to watch more ads and pushed bots, aka new users, to get gifts versus old accounts. How are gift recipients chosen? We use an algorithm to help us select gift recipients, starting with eligible viewers in chat, then followers, mods, and other factors that identify members of a community. Our algorithm also avoids giving troll subs. So if you're a follower of someone's Twitch channel, you won't even get a subscription until all the bots and normal viewers who aren't following get one first. Yes, guys. Twitch is so money hungry, they designed their gifting algorithm to gift fake viewers subs first so real viewers don't get the ability to skip ads. That way Twitch still gets money. Do we understand how fucking gross that is? That people who come here wanting to support the community and gift hundreds of subs, tens of subs, who are gifting all these fucking subs, and they're prioritizing people who aren't a part of the community first. That is absolutely fucking disgusting. Now, I'm going to interview someone right here. Hey, Real Black Rez, you gifted a shit ton of subs to me this morning. I think you gifted me like 40 subs. Out of curiosity, as a guy who gifts a lot of subs, does that make you feel good that viewbots are being targeted for receiving gifts first? Nah. Yeah, and the fact is that gifted subs should prioritize long-lasting community members first, the people who have followed you the most, not new users and viewbots. This is scummy as fuck, and you know it's scummy as fuck. And if you really want a reason on, is Twitch really that greedy? Are they really that scummy? Do they really lack that much money? Well, here's a clip to kind of showcase what I'm talking about.
Now I don't know what is it, but off the top of my head, I'm happy donating $1,000 for clean water right now.
Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, where XQC donated 100 grand, Jinxie donated 100 grand, Aiden Ross donated 100 grand because that's the money they made off of streaming. The CEO of Twitch only gave $1,000 from his multi-billion-dollar company of Twitch. Guys, are we serious? $1,000 is like a nickel to this man. But I guess his tax obligations were already fulfilled this year, so he doesn't feel the need to donate. Twitch is the greediest company I have ever seen in quite a while. And yeah, somehow they have humiliated themselves just a little bit more here today. Like, comment, subscribe.